Hello, everyone. Thank you and thanks for joining. I'm Nikki Buckley. I help small businesses stay compliant, confident, and people focused without getting buried in red tape. Today, we are talking about something that often gets overlooked until there's a problem, and that's employee training. So, let me share the screen. Let's hope this works. Okay, so you do not need to turn your business into a training academy, but there are certain types of training that every employer is responsible for. If you get these right, they protect your business, your people, and your reputation. So we're going to look at what is legally required, what is strongly expected, and what is simply smart to have in place for 2026. We'll also show you how to keep it simple and affordable. So what we'll cover today, we'll go through three main sections. The first part is what the law actually says, not myths, not overkill, just what is really required. Secondly, it's smart to add to protect your team and reduce the risk. And third, how to deliver training efficiently as a small business, whether that's using an HR consultant like myself or a member of the team, online tools, or a simple training tracker. If you have ever wondered what you actually have to do, then hopefully this session will clear that up for you. So when training slips through the cracks, that's when trouble can start. So we've seen small businesses fined, lose insurance cover, face claims simply because they did not have proof that someone had been trained. But beyond compliance, training builds confidence. People perform better when they understand how to do things safely and correctly. It prevents accidents, mistakes, and frustration. Good news is once you have the right system in place, it's easy to stay on top of. So these essentials, the foundations, every employer needs to cover regardless of the size or the industry. Health and safety training must be adequate and appropriate to ensure everyone knows how to work safely in your working environment. Fire safety training required at induction whenever your setup changes. First aid, every business needs an appointed person or trained first aider. Data protection, the ICO expect all staff to receive regular GDPR training. And if we add in equality and harassment awareness, tribunals expect employers to show that they've taken reasonable steps to prevent discrimination. And training is a key part of that. That's one of the first documents we would look to produce if we ever get a claim for that. If you've only focused on these 5 areas, you'd already cover most of your legal training obligations. So these apply depending on your setup. If you have anyone lifting, handling, or working in physical roles, manual handling training reduces risk and meets your health and safety duties. Display screen equipment, DSE, applies to office and hybrid workers. If people use screens daily, they need training on posture and setup of their workstations. If you handle chemicals or cleaning products, COSHH, control of substances hazardous to health, applies. Food businesses must ensure that staff are trained in hygiene at the level their job requires. Care and education providers must have safeguarding training. And professional drivers need periodic driver CPC training. So you need to think about which of these might apply to your team. So these are not technically mandatory, but they save you countless hours of HR headaches later. Manager training helps to prevent grievances and poor performance spirals. Mental health awareness reduces burnout and absence. Anti-bribery training is essential if you deal with suppliers or bids and tenders. And onboarding training helps new hires to settle in quickly and helps them to stay longer. This is often where we can add the most value, helping small businesses to shift from reactive firefighting to proactive prevention. And definitely onboarding and induction is something that we can really help you with. So there's no single rule for how often to train, but regular refreshers show good practice. Most small businesses do an annual cycle, fire safety refresher once a year, data protection and equality training yearly, health and safety updates whenever processes or roles change. The key is keeping records, whether you use software or a spreadsheet, track who is trained, when and on what, and it is your evidence if anything ever goes wrong. Here's what trips many people up. First, assuming people know what to do. They might, but you cannot prove it. Second, forgetting to document. No record means no defence. Third, never refreshing. Training goes stale and tribunals consider that. And finally, using outdated or unverified materials. YouTube videos are sometimes not compliance training. They can work for some things, not for other. Even if you keep things simple, do it properly. That is what makes the difference. So we can help you. We help to audit what is in place, find the gaps and put a plan together so nothing gets missed. Some clients prefer in-person sessions, others want to simply work online, some want a mixture of both. We partner with e-learning providers so we can deliver all core training digitally with certificates stored automatically. It is about making compliance easy and affordable, not about admin headache. What we do with our HR software as well, so we take the HR software we use, we put in expiry dates and reminders, so you get automatic emails to say when things are due. If you're on one of our complete compliance packages, then we do all that for you. So if you answered no or I'm not sure to any of these, that's a good place to start. These are small fixable gaps that make a difference in compliance and team performance. Start with the basics, document what you want to do and build from there. So it's not aim is to not have an endless tick boxes. I do like a list every now and again, but not for that, not for just for a tick list sake. It's to protect your people and your business with simple, consistent steps. If you cover the essentials, refresh them yearly, and keep records, you'll be ahead of most businesses. And remember, you do not have to do it all yourself. Outsourcing or using digital tools, perfectly fine. What matters is that it gets done and it gets tracked, and you've got a record should you need to prove it. If you'd like some help, I offer a free 30-minute training audit. We will review your current setup, see where you are already compliant, and create a simple 2026 plan tailored to your business. You will know exactly what is required, what is optional, and what is worth investing in. You can book using the link that I've got in the bottom here. Either through the website here or I can put it in the chat. And thanks for joining today. Remember, simple, consistent training is one of the most effective ways to protect your business and your people this year. So thank you again. My name is Nikki Buckley of East Midlands HR.